You've got your world champion cowboys that show up to this rodeo. July 4th is called the Cowboy Christmas, and we have a lot of world champion cowboys passing through from here going on to another rodeo.
This is one of the best, truly Western festivals, if you want to call it that. Tourists, they love to see the Western atmosphere.
There used to be an announcer here by the name of Dwayne Peters, and he told me, he says, when you think of rodeo, you're going to think of Belle Fourche.
It's the Black Hills Roundup, once known as the Tri-State Roundup. It started in 1918 in the midst of World War I as a Red Cross benefit for the boys overseas. 82 years later, the event still takes place next to the Belle Fourche River and centers around the 4th of July. Although the date and location have not changed, there have been a number of changes to the festival itself.
There are a number of activities. I think the main thing with the Black Hills Roundup is that we're truly trying to have a family focus. The rodeo is something that, of course, has been in place for 82 years. But over the course of the years, we've expanded where there have been carnivals. There used to be street dances. We have fireworks at Ormond Dam that are a major family activity that people attend. We've expanded into the Arts Festival in the park, and we have just tried to broaden the activities so that we can draw more people into the community for our celebration. I think a lot of it is the tradition and the fact that many people have families here, and as young people they've been involved in the Black Hills Roundup. Each year it's been a celebration from this community and people have been attracted back. One major event that on the 4th of July that has been ongoing is our 4th of July parade. And I would say that we attract probably over 10,000 people into the community for that parade.
Karen Wagner will be the first woman to chair the roundup. As her daughter Samantha explains, there has only been one thing that's kept her mother from attending.
They were going to the parade, and then my mom said that she's going to have me, so we had to go to the hospital, so we never made it to the parade.
In 1989, I was expecting Samantha, and we'd predicted that probably she would be due on the 4th of July. But we had planned to attend the parade here in Belle Fourche for the roundup. And that morning I went into labor, and instead of making it to the roundup, we ended up in the hospital and we had Samantha. And my husband, as I was in labor, continued to encourage me that if I hurried, we could still make the parade.
The carnival used to be on Main Street, very main street. And they also had a dance floor there. And that was the big event after the rodeo, was the dance, the open air dance. And they had big orchestras. And I worked at the theater at the time, and I didn't get off work till about midnight or so. And so we danced most of the night. Seldom went to bed during the 4th of July. And I remember walking home one night barefooted. My feet were so tired.
Although Main Street no longer hosts a street dance, the street is still filled with lots of kids laughing, adults having fun, and lots of rides. Of course, no celebration would be complete without good food and a place to shop. Set up in the park downtown, Roundup goers can see some of South Dakota's own artists along with their artwork. Whether it's the parade, the carnival, or the art festival in the park, it's the rodeo that attracts Roundup goers from all over the country to Belle Fourche, South Dakota. But the Cowboys know they have one main goal, and it only lasts 8 seconds. exciting to the Cowboys. Now let's go check out the rodeo.
Let's do it right now! Holy smoke! Get it on! Ladies and gentlemen, oh, Yeller did it again! Go Frontier! South Dakota Broadbuster!
A lot of towns will have a big PRCA rodeo and most of the town won't even care anything about it. But this town rallies around it. The volunteers that make this happen, you know, it's just amazing. It's overwhelming. It's really actually refreshing to me as a professional rodeo announcer in the PRCA to work with such a great group of people like this.
The Cowboy Band has been performing at the Roundup since 1931. This colorful group not only brings music to the celebration, it brings a piece of patriotism. But to get these rodeo fans on their feet, it takes a little rock and roll.
Belle Fourche, come on, get on your feet!
First time I performed here was probably in, I would guess it was probably in '52. The first time we came to the rodeo, we was here with a specialty act, a horse act, a Roman riding act, and then since that time, well, I wasn't even, I was still in high school when we was here the first time, and then later in years I started contests and clown, fight bulls, and then my dad purchased a buffalo or two buffalo from right out here at the Glen Morgan Ranch, and got them started, and it's history after that.
Jerry Olson, a son of Belle Fourche, was a world-renowned entertainer and often provided the entertainment during the Roundup Rodeo. Jerry was inducted into the Rural Rodeo Hall of Fame in Colorado. Like Jerry, there are so many that bring color and history to the Roundup.
I don't remember this, but my mother told me that we always came for the Black Hills Roundup. We came in a covered wagon, and we camped out behind these bleachers that we're sitting in, because these are the original bleachers that was built. And we camped for all the days that they had the rodeo, you know. And it was just part of our life. Everybody came. We at that time were the only rodeo in the area. Cheyenne, of course, was a granddaddy rodeo of all. But we were the granddaddy of South Dakota, and we drove from all over the country.
Rodeo has changed immensely. It's and of course, for us old timers, we like to hang on to the past, but it's great. There's more. They've got the national finals at Las Vegas now, and they win as much money there as they can win all year in one rodeo. And yeah, rodeo it's become a professional sport, and it used to be a part-time thing for people, you know, and it's gotten great. I've met so many great young guys, and from South Dakota right here, we've got some of the greatest talent in rodeo.
For 3 days, this sleepy little town of Belle Fourche comes alive. The tired cowboys, dusty summer air, and excited rodeo fans bring a sense of freedom and honor for all who participate, making it a true all-American festival.